Hello there, YouTube. Today we have a repair video. So got a snowblower. This is a MTD model right there, 315 E640 F352. And what we have as an issue is obviously we have our auger, which blows the snow out. Then we also have it's a two-stage, so we have our actual forward control. Problem is, you can see it's loose. It's not doing anything. Most of the time, the culprit is a broken cable here. So what we have to do is we have to replace it with a new cable. In order to do that, you want to obviously have your snowblower outside in a lit area or someplace in a garage. Got to order a replacement part, so I got this on one of the websites. This is a clutch cable drive, so this is what that looks like. Has these components, and so we're gonna get to that in a few. First thing you want to do is prop your snowblower on something so that it's a little easier to access the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put these kind of blocks, these 4x4 blocks underneath, and prop it up. There we go. All right, so it's a little easier to access this. So first thing you want to do, you can see kind of how this cable routes through, and it hooks. I want to do the kind of the bottom part, so it runs through this little pulley right here, and it goes right in there. So we're gonna remove these bolts and get to the inside part here. Actually, we're gonna leave the pulley bolts. Probably gonna remove just the bottom two, to get this panel open so we can access the inside part and then hook this new cable up, and then we'll worry about this later, this upper part. Okay, so this is a 10 millimeter. There are two down here, so let's try to take these off. This is a 1995, so some of the stuff, it's an older snowblower, so I recommend if you're doing this or prior to doing this, use some WD-40 to get this loose. Got those two removed. You can see in here is where the cable goes. This actually has two more bolts underneath. Actually, four more. There are two here, and there are two more over here, but I don't really need to take all those off. I'm thinking these two, just to kind of get this panel down, and then we'll be able to access where this cable is hooked to for the drive. Okay, so basically the cable, as you can see, broke right here, and it routes all the way. It's a little hard to see, but yeah, right there. So it's right up there. That's where it kind of hooks to. Okay, folks, so we unhooked that. It took a little bit of just getting this opened up with the screwdriver a little bit, and then pushing hard towards the part where it was hooked up right there, and that lever. Again, hard to see that, but yeah, you can see a hole there. So we got that unhooked. That's the broken cable. This is the brand new cable, as you can see. Again, I think I ordered it on like mtdparts.com or something. I'm not a fan of getting it on Amazon. I just don't know how the quality of this is. Maybe it's okay, but again, you can get this on Amazon. And this is the upper part. So we have to disassemble this piece here to unhook unhook the upper part of the broken cable, you can see it attaches to the handle right there. Kind of see in that angle. So I have to unscrew this. So you can see this actually screws in on the new cable like that. So it's just basically hold it with some pliers and then unscrew this piece to get this detached. Okay, so once you start it with some pliers, should go easier. There we go. That's the old broken cable. And now we have this piece here. Which I think this piece here you don't even really have to change because it's just part of this. Alright, so after some messing around, I figured I'll leave the original hook here for the, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, so I'll leave it here as is. It's a little hard to take this off. You'd have to remove kind of the more deck because there's no way to take this piece out unless you cut it later. We have to route the cable, so what we want to do is hook this up first. Pull on it, opens that plate up, so that's good. Then we'll run that through onto the pulley here. All right, so once we have that routed through the pulley, the next step is to attach it here to the, so you gotta screw that on, basically. So the way this tension works here, you're actually flipping this up and then you're screwing this on, so clockwise to the right. And that's to get the tension of this cable correct. So we have it kind of loose now, so we want to tighten it up a little bit more. Again, you want this fairly tense so that when you pull that cable or pull that lever, so you want that pulley to kind of work. And you want that to open up. So not too tense, but enough so that this is doing the job and getting it moving. All right, so it looks like this is working okay. It's pretty tense, you can see. Tension's high. We could lower the tension, so again, you just unscrew this to the left and then drop this down a little bit. So we'll do that later. We just got to test it out afterwards. Got to put the 4 bolts back in and close this up. So let's there we go. So we're gonna pop this closed, and I lubricated a little bit in there, protected it a little bit with fluid film, so hopefully this will go smoothly. All right, well, here we are on day 2. What I discovered was that this lever was fine, and I tightened it and loosened it and did all kinds of stuff. It was doing what it was supposed to do. I have it all tilted up now, but the issue was that it was still not driving the wheels. So even though I would depress, you know, it would pull that open. The main thing was that this plate that's moving contacts this wheel here, and that's kind of the transmission. That's what transmits the power. Then you have the transmission that you can switch around. So if I move the transmission, you can see how this kind of rotates in different spots on the wheel. The issue was that I lubricated the both of these parts, actually, this, and then consequently it transferred that lubrication to this. So we have to make sure this is completely clean. So I got some brake cleaner here, and we're gonna use that, put it on a shop towel or a rag, and then wipe this completely off. But otherwise, this is installed correctly. This is good. Nothing really else that needs to be done. You can just tighten this up here by moving this up and down, rotating it, and then tightening it up with this nut up here, hex nut. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna clean this up a little bit and go from there.